Steve Murphy, a world champion, a 4-time Crucible finalist and all. Maguire, back after a 2-year wait. He's waited a long time to get back. And as Ali Carter said, he's got his mojo back. What are you expecting from this contest?
Yeah, he's a great tournament player, Steve Maguire. A great cueist, a strong cueist. He's got touch as well as the ability to play the big shots. And I think, the same goes for Sean Murphy. That's going to be a cracking match. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, just Stephen diving out of the way there.
There's a little bit of beef between them as well, a little bit of spice added to it.
Well, they've been playing each other since, what, the 2000s? They were part of that young player of distinction scheme way back in the 2000s. So a lot of history and a lot of intrigue in this one. So as neutrals, we are very fascinated between all of us about the second session between Tom Ford and Judd Trump, and, of course, the start of this epic, potentially Murphy against Maguire match. So here we go. Quarter-final places on the line. MC Rob Walker, ready for more.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now to a session involving 4 players who've amassed more than 60 years of Crucible experience between them, and they know each other's games inside out. Those two have been going toe-to-toe since they were 12. And on this side of the divide, it's a professional rivalry that dates back 15 years. Time to find out which 2 players will take a step closer to the quarterfinals here on day 7 at the one and only Kazoo Snooker Championship. Please welcome a player who produced a superb win in his 20th year at the Crucible. From 7-6 down, he won 4 in a row against an in-form Ali Carter to secure his 13th appearance in the second round. Twice he's made the semis, 6 times a ranking event winner. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Stephen the Maverick Maguire. And his opponents back in the second round for a 14th time after a comprehensive victory over Liu Heo Chan. 7 half centuries and an excellent break of 111. 3 times the runner-up. Champion here, of course, back in 05 and winner of 12 ranking titles in all. A class act on and off the bays, Sean the Magician Murphy! And now to a player re-emerging for his first appearance in the last 16 at the Crucible after 20 years as a pro. Now firmly established in the world's top 16, this is the climax of a superb season and he'll be determined to close the gap. Some say there's a passing resemblance between us. So would you please give it up for the exceptionally handsome Tom Ford? And finally, to a player making the most of his 12th second-round appearance, 13 years after his first. An emphatic second half of the opening session sees him racing ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the most decorated left-handed player in history. The one and only ace in the pack, Judd Trump.
So here we go, the Murphy-Maguire match live from the start on iPlayer, Red Button and the BBC Sport website. We'll be keeping you posted here, of course, but for now it's table 2 for us. What can Tom Ford do to slow up the juggernaut? Stephen Hendry, Dennis Taylor, we are all about to find out. Good afternoon, fellas.
Good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, everyone. And it's Tom Ford who's going to get the first frame of this second session underway. And he'll be looking to win this little mini session 3-1. I was chatting to him up in the Champions Lounge, Steve, and he said he was freezing out there yesterday. There was no morning play, and he said he was so cold. In fact, before we come on, he had warmers. He had hand warmers. He's got them there, as you can see. He was telling Sean Murphy about it. So that's unusual in the Crucible.
Judd Trump, very good opening session. Did exactly what he's supposed to do as the favourite for this match, stamp his authority on the match early.
I've got one here.
Not sure what's going on here. Forgot his chalk. Schoolboy error, Stephen.
That'd be like you forgetting your glasses, Dennis.
Even Judd sees the funny side of that.
Yeah, it goes without saying, needs a great session, because this could be all over really virtually for the third and final session. If Judd wins this, even if he wins at 5-3, you can't see Tom Ford winning from 11-5 down. So Tom knows what he's got to do this afternoon. He's got to get himself back into this match. Tall order.
Yeah, a tall order against a player who's become an excellent tactical player. He's up there with the best now in the safety department, is Judd Trump. Something he's worked on for the last 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah, serial winner. Judd Trump, 5 tournament wins this year, and you can kind of win 1, maybe 2 tournaments playing a real attacking game. But to win 5, it just shows you he's got every aspect of the game.
Foul, you miss. Judd Trump 4. Back.
Does need a very thin contact on the red that he was playing. Just helping the referee to get the white back exactly where it was.
Okay. Yep.
I think that's near enough. So if he doesn't catch it thin enough, the white could go in the corner pocket or wobble in the jaws and stay up amongst the reds. Well played. Could be in behind the brown, this. Could be in behind the brown. That's a Judd Trump special, the pot. Worth another look at that. Okay, he's finished the wrong side of the blue, but always nice to knock that sort of shot in the first frame of a session. Might not get too many points from it. He could have a look at the yellow if he wanted to get back up to the reds. We've got to get a lot of power on this. He'll have another look at the yellow again. That's what he's thinking about. Doesn't usually hang around, so coming up to a minute's thinking time, and it's the yellow, will avail better position. This looks, well, I was going to say it looks pretty good, but I'm not sure what's available into that right corner. They all seem to be covering each other. Yeah, they're all a bit tight there, aren't they? Looking at the potential plant with a little bit of safety in mind, but he could make this. Everybody loves a plant, Stephen, no matter how easy.
Already in these first, well, with that opening long red. Not what Tom Ford wanted to see at the start of this session. You're 6-2 behind, you're kind of hoping that your opponent's maybe going to relax a little bit. But these early shots, no sign of it from Judd Trump. Stunning opening red. It's just not travelled the distance, but the red above the black that he's going to go for to left corner, the red above that, he can use that to kill the pace of the cue ball. Can actually stay position on the black here. Yeah, nicely played.
8.
Beautiful touch. As well as having probably the most cue power of anyone in the game. So that shot is also blessed with a great touch.
He's still down on the shot. He almost missed that. That will sharpen his concentration up, because this black wobbled a few times,
50.
as you can see, and Judd stayed down on the shot. And sometimes when you do that, it just
16.
does sharpen your concentration.
$23. 24.
I have one good cannon here, and the reds are perfectly placed. There's a little gap there at the back of the pack. If this cannon works out, he can open the whole game up here. And he went right into that gap.
$31.
Switching hands here, but there's a red that's making a bit uncomfortable. That's why he's asking for the spider. He's just seeing there, that red's in the way slightly. It's a delicate little positional shot required here. He'll be back in prime position. Yeah, played it well. Every chance now of making
32.
a frame-winning break in this opening frame here this afternoon.
$39.
Yeah, worrying times already for Tom Ford. Early in this second session. Needed a fast start. Did Tom. That's his opponent, who is just still steamrolling through this match.
.48. .55. .56.
Yet to make a century in this match, Judd Trump. Got the balls in the ideal situation to start with one today.
63.
This red to leave Tom needing a snooker.
64.
And I know it's very early days, it's 7-2, and Tom won't be thinking about it yet, but if Judd was to win the next couple of frames as well, you've got the spectre that nobody wants of losing this match a session early. I know I'm being very premature in saying
69.
that it's 7-2, but if Tom doesn't try and impose himself on this second session,
70.
it's definitely possible. It's the way these long matches, psychologically, it's so important to get frames on the board.
.76. 77.
Just that last red, that's safe.
84.
That would prevent Judd from making a century in this opening frame.
85.
Something that all the great champions down the years seem to be able to do. Start a session with a century, certainly a frame winning break. Now, what sort of angle has he got on the red here? If he had an angle, he could pot the screw back, and he
92.
might even try to move the red from here, just looking at that. Maybe not. So it's going to have to be moved from the black here. This next shot will determine whether we start with a century. It'll have to be a double.
100.
He's got the century, but if he's going to clear the table, it'll have to be a double. Wonderful double from Judd. And a bit of naughty snooker. Now, where's that white going to spin to? Look at that.
107.
Another double. No clearance, but you can't do better than make a century break in the opening frame, and Judd Trump extends his lead. It's now 7-2.
Yeah, you know, and as they were saying in the press room, I mean, Judd is as positioned as anybody to give Ronnie O'Sullivan a great game in this World Championship. I think it's a mouth-watering prospect if it does happen. There's a lot of balls that have got to be potted before that is the case, but wouldn't that be a dream semi-final?
Indeed, in many people's minds it would be. But first things first, he's got to get to 13 in this match, and Tom Ford may yet have something to say about that.
Yeah, that would be some way to cap off a season where Judd and Ronnie have been the two players of the season. All the tournaments they've won. 5 tournaments that Judd's won. He hasn't actually played Ronnie in those 5. So a big, high-profile semi-final here at the Crucible would be incredible. But as Steve says, long way to go. anything can happen. Well, completely hit the wrong ball there. What a chance for Tom. Exactly what he wanted.
One.
Probably the strongest part of his game, actually. He's a very high scorer, Tom Ford. This sort of situation normally is very strong, but not quite as simple when you're 7-2 behind and need to put frames on the board quickly.
8. Nine.
Again, I'm going to go early, but if this is a normal situation,
16.
the Reds are in perfect position to be thinking about 1-4-7s, but that will not be in Tom's mind,
17.
obviously. He's got to get frames on the board. But you couldn't ask for the Reds, apart from the one in bulk, obviously. Couldn't ask for the Reds to be much better situated.
$24. 25.
Beautifully played. He's got them exactly where he wants now. That one treatment has opened everything up.
Yeah, absolutely no need to play for any other colour but the black for the foreseeable future, unless he
33.
loses his cue ball.
$40. $41.
Well, he's going along nicely. There's one difficult red. He'll make sure of scoring enough to win the frame, and then he might have a thought on all blacks.
48.
He's done it on 5
49.
occasions, has Tom. He made 5 maximums.
Yeah, and this is sort of highlighting what I was saying about how good he is at
56.
this end of the table. And that little cannon he played to open the 4 reds quickly, get everything out in the open. And he's had lovely control of the cue ball thus far.
57.
Playing the cue ball into an area there to give him the choice of 2
64.
reds, one to either corner pocket. 3 pots away from securing the frame.
Yep.
Of course, he's in new territory, isn't he, Tom? First time he's played a 3-session match at the Crucible. He's lost in the first round previously, so.
65.
A couple more pots away from securing the frame, and then once he secures the frame, even Judd Trump would like to see him possibly make a maximum break, but he's come up a bit short this time.
72.
Is he just okay? Can he screw back and avoid that red? He doesn't want to cannon that into a safe position. He's already got one on the cushion.
Yeah, he's in a quandary, isn't he? His frame ball is pretty much an unmissable pot. So does he just leave a high black? Well, we know what's in his mind. Just the fact of what he's done with the cue ball, you know what he's going for now.
73.
Come on, Tom, let's pull a jam out. He's looking at the red up the other end of the table. He could pot the black and head up for that, but he could also move the difficult red. Oh, he's overcut it. What a shame. No maximum break.
74, 76.
The Judd's coming back to the table. Should have won the frame, but you never know. That's one way of getting up the table onto the black without using a cushion. Needs another one here. If he had a little bit of cue power, he'd be a great player, Steve. He's amazing what he can do with the cue ball, this fella.
8.
He's not on the red here, but I mean the red to get on the black. Never touched the cushion, he just screwed it straight up the table.
Judd Trump. 8.
At the moment, Judd needs 2. If he could get 3 reds, 3 blacks, and always a chance of a free ball. Needs the white to bounce.
1.
Not quite. Well, he got down and knocked that in as if it was over the pocket.
8. Nine. $16. $17.
He leave the white in such a way he could possibly get up behind the green with the cue ball. Failing that, it'll be back behind the black, so he's just deciding where to put the cue ball when he pots the pink. Just planning his route for the snooker. That tells me that he's heading up behind the green, but as I said, he's got a choice: back behind the black, up behind the green.
23.
It's back behind the black. It's a bit I was going to say a bit too
Judd Trump,
pacey.
23.
Got to be a bit careful if he plays the swerve shot here, which he's doing. You can just bend this slightly, might pot it.
One.
You'll be relieved, Tom, to get that frame on the board. Obviously had that a
6.
decent chance on the 147, but the priority was getting a frame on the board early in this session.
9.
A session that he has to win, you think, to have any chance of winning this match.
13.
Misses a brown by the
13
blue by a
and
long way, but it doesn't matter. He's got a frame on the board, and he trails 7-3 to Judd Trump.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a target for the players as well. And I'm sure Mark Allen gets a chance against John Higgins. He'll certainly be going for it because it's £147,000 plus the high break as well, which I think is 30,000. So it's quite a lot of money, you know, for a break of 147. But it's a wonderful innovation from WST to give the bonus to the players.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the story of what might have been in that last frame for Tom Ford. Back we go.
Obviously not Tom's intention to bring the red up this end of the table off the break-off. I think it definitely cuts to right middle, but the cue ball is running a bit wild. It may even have it to this corner pocket. And you can see the way he played it. He had safety in mind with the cue ball, but as he left the red to the left corner.
touching ball.
The fact it's touching, he can hide the cue ball and prevent Judd from getting to a pot into the left corner. The green would be the ball that would cover it, just off the side cushion and about 12 inches along that ball cushion behind the green, close to the cushion as possible. That should cover everything. He's got to get this right as well because of the two reds that are available into the left corner. So that's why he's not just getting down and playing off the right side of the pack as we look at it. So I have to judge this correctly. I don't know if the red's going to come to the rescue. There may be a gap through to the one for the left corner. Can't quite see from the overhead shot, but I think there's a path through. Can't. Now you can clearly see there's a gap. Not a bad chance as we show you this pot again. Can he start this frame the way he did the previous one?
There is a couple of reds to play for, but it's such a good angle in the blue. He may be tempted to go into the pink here. It's actually, see, with the angle he's got, it's not that easy to land nicely on a red. Even if not going the pink, go into the reds, like gently. No, he's played for the red at the back of the bunch and played it well.
6. Seven.
He'd love to get up some momentum, Tom Ford. What I mean by that is try and win 3-4 frames in the spin. It's such an important talent or attribute to have in these multi-session matches, the ability like his opponent has, the likes of a Sullivan,
15.
all the top players, just stringing 3, 4, 5 frames together in a row, not letting their opponent at the table.
$22. $23.
Not that many more available to Tom. Just can see two reds. That one at the back of the little bunch of 5 doesn't pot into the left corner, so he's just thinking a few shots ahead, planning his route as to when he's going to cannon into the 5 reds. There's 3 reds the left side of the table that are out of commission at the moment.
$28.
Important now to get the correct angle.
$29.
Well, he could have done with hitting that a little harder. He can still pot the black and just catch the edge of the 5 reds, the one to the right, but it should have been slightly easier than this. But that's what can happen. It was the fact that he didn't get nicer on the black. Still disappointing to break down there, but It was a little bit of a cutback. How costly will that missed black be?
One.
See, he was looking at the pink, but he can cannon the 3 reds, but the black's blocking the pocket, so that's the reason he hasn't got down and potted the pink and split the 3 reds. So it's going to be the black. So and once again, they didn't even use the cushion, just the screw back.
8. 9.
And now removing this red opens the one to the right of the pink, another
40.
red. Still a lot to do though.
$15. 22. Yep.
Didn't quite go far enough over, but he had to be careful there because he could have snookered himself on this red. Better to be short and using the extended rest and extend the cue. Judd's one of these players, left-hander, when he uses the rest,
23.
uses it right-handed. Mark Allen, another player that does that.
$30. 31.
Now the hard work starts.
37.
Looking at those 3 reds, you've got to be pinpoint with your next positional shot. That's brought one of the reds
38.
into play. It's the 3 that are near the cushion.
We may be able to get an angle on this red to be able to go into those 3. Hopefully land nicely on the black. Play this at
43.
pace, lots of top spin. How's your luck? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, he's a little bit unlucky. The second red didn't stay out in the open, but he's brought 1 red out and he's on a colour, so it's a good result.
$51.
leaves such an angle on the black to be able to maybe the red that's nearest to the middle pocket on the cushion. Bet cannon on that, bring that out and leave yourself on the other red. Yeah, that's what he's played, high black, so that's the shot he's playing. 2 cushions. Black cushion and side cushion, knock that top red away and leave himself on the other one.
Doesn't need both reds. Get away with another high-valued colour off one of them. I think that's the reason he played to drop onto this one.
Yeah, that's my mistake, Dennis. I was too busy looking at the aggressive shot without looking at the scoreboard. You're absolutely right. Red in colour. And this has been a fantastic visit to the table from Judd Trump.
60.
In and out of bulk here. He may just decide to pot the black, but if he is going to try and play position the red, it's in and out of bulk in between green and brown. Yeah, it's the proper match play shot that. Make sure of the black.
67.
Yeah, that was the one that caused the problems. Just missed the black and it's cost him. Believe it or not, he tried to double there, but that 67 break, you would think, would be enough to extend Judd's lead to 4 frames. But it's just the one snooker that's needed, and the yellow's in a good spot for the snooker. Or does this red pass the yellow? I think it does. So, one good Judd Trump special and the frame. Yeah, one of the greatest potters in the game. Doesn't matter about missing the green.
Judd Trump 1.
Tom gets the balls out of the pocket and he concedes. So Judd Trump does extend his lead. He's now 5 in front at 8-3.
The excellent frame before, he didn't do that, so now he's back down the snake again, so to speak.
Frame
Okay,
12.
back we go then. Frame 12.
Judd Trump to break.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but Tom Ford could do with this frame before the mid-session interval. You can't afford to catch the bulk colours with a player of this quality coming behind you. Not quite.
1.
Good pot, but not where he wanted the cue ball.
Yeah, I don't think he can believe he missed the cannon on either of those 2 reds. Not on the pink, obviously, to left middle.
Pink. Judd Trump 1.
But all these long pots that Judd is getting, it just puts more and more pressure on Tom Ford's safety play. That's a fabulous pot from Tom Ford. Knew he was leaving the cue ball down this in the end of the table and leaving his opponent on reds. Very brave pot. Because when you're chasing these matches, these long matches, 5 frames behind, it's sometimes like, will I go for the shots, or will I try and keep it tight, try and wait for opportunities? But this level,
8.
if you wait for chances, you could be a long time waiting. You've got to take those opportunities, and that's why that was such a great pot from Tom. Staying aggressive. Can't really afford any more unforced errors in this session, like the last frame.
15.
Missing a black off a spot, which I always.
23.
That's very, very unfortunate. That was
24.
the right shot to play. Again, showing his break building prowess. The aggressive shot to bring reds into play, but so unlucky not to end up on the black.
And there's a red gone over the left middle pocket, which makes the safety shot difficult now also. So it couldn't have worked out worse for Tom. About to say that if he could get to the mid-session interval, sharing this little mini session 2 frames all, it wouldn't be all bad. But Judd now knows that Tom's in a spot of bother.
If he wasn't 8-3 behind, he took on the red initially to get in, which was a brave shot. He's got to go for a pot here again. Keep that aggression going, I think. It was the right shot. He maybe overhit it slightly. That's why he missed it, due to the disappointment of not being on the black. It was the right shot.
Not all bad for Tom, though. I'm just looking at the red that Judd's faced with. He can only play up for the black, and there's a red there to the right of the black that's covering that somewhat. So he'd have to be very precise here. He's got to be spot on with this cue ball. Doesn't want to bounce too far, and he's not on the black, so it's just going to be 1 point. Choices here to hide that cue ball wherever he wants. In behind the blue would be nice.
Brown.
In behind the green would be nice.
Judd Trump 1.
Big target, the green and pink, to hide the cue ball behind. Can swing this around the angles, and it may even be a possible pot on. It's played it well. Although he's found a gap. There's a potential pot on, but if he got it wrong, he'd cannon into the black and red, so got to be careful. Oh, the red's gone up the table. How's your luck, Tom? It's not bad. Might be able to just snooker him in behind the blue here. Yeah, if he gets tight on the blue, he can snooker him on all reds. Didn't quite get it tight. There's a safety area over the right side of the table as we look at it, up past the green and pink. And I think Tom can get up there off the red, the right side of the table. Just needs a little trace aside on this to get that white up in the corner, but queuing at it. Is he taking the pot on? Well, that's the wrong choice of shot, I'm afraid. He had an easy escape to try and knock that in.
Trump 4. One.
Pink's out of commission, blue's out of commission at the moment.
4. Five.
You want to get on the black as soon as possible because it keeps potting greens. Not scoring enough. And straight away he's on the red next to the black. And all of a sudden, it's a terrific opportunity to go to the mid-session interval with a 9-3 advantage.
9.
Just a wee bit short,
60.
but he can play for the green, no problem.
17. $20. $21.
Not sure if that red next to the pink's available. The reason I say that, he's going to need that looking at the score. He's now 10 in front.
28. 29.
Got blacks with the reds here. You'd still need that red next to the pink.
$36.
Well, from that angle, it's not available.
$37.
But of course, if he doesn't get on the red, I mean, the red next to the pink's available up into this left corner pocket.
40.
And if he doesn't get on it, it's so easy to play a snooker. He'll already be thinking about that.
41.
Well, let's see how he plays this. If he just goes the other side, if the red is not available and he just goes past the pink, he can just play a tight snooker up behind the pink.
He may be tempted to try and play a little cannon, and if not at fast pace, he'd be playing the black cue ball off the left cushion with a touch of right-hand side. If he misses a cannon, as you said, Dennis, he's always got the snooker that he could lay.
Put that. Yeah, if he could get anywhere near the circle there, he'd be in. He hasn't quite hit it hard enough. And now that he's finished close to the cushion, it's not easy to get the snooker. So this red,
40.
did he get a heavy contact? Maybe he did. This red into the middle pocket is so tough.
Yeah, he jumped up as soon as the cue ball hit the black. I mean, he's lucky the black still went in actually, but the cue ball was, this is a completely, you see the black kind of jumped. Cue ball took a really unnatural angle.
He only needs the red. He's still looking at the snooker. And he's hit it all wrong. Wow.
The trump 48.
That's a mistake.
I think I'd have possibly rather had a go at the red in the right middle than play that shot. The chances are if you'd missed it, the red would have gone past the middle pocket. But he's not been punished. And the red is on. Long game's been pretty good this session, Judd Trump. 74% in the match, which is pretty impressive. Yep, another one right in the middle of the pocket.
1. Pink.
No attempt at the pink, just played the snooker.
Judd Trump 1.
And
Frame
Tom
conceded.
concedes the
Judd.
frame. He's got his bits and pieces. A good session for Judd Trump. He takes 3 of the 4 frames and extends his lead now. 3.
Your concentration fully at this game, because one shot can change a whole match. We've seen it so many times.
8.
Well, that shot's not going to change this match, but if it happened to Trump, it might.
9.
Got to take care on the easy shots as well as the hard ones.
$16. 17.
Taking the opportunity to open more reds up, and played it with a lot of side on the cue ball, so they'd finish on a colour. Well, again, went into the pack of reds, but this time he's not on an easy red. It's an extremely thin cut to the left corner. And doesn't want to allow Ford back to the table. And that's kept the break going.
And there's no one better in the game at doing that when things look like they've come to an end. Trump can pull out these shots to maintain a break, as he's done there. But the brown has eluded him. So Tom Ford has escaped this time without too much damage from that missed black off its spot, and he's going to get another good chance.
Well, it's a good chance, Philip, but I don't think the black will go. Pink and blue down the other end of the table. I'm just saying, if you can pop this red, get onto the green and come back down the table for the red next to the black, that would open the game up.
1.
No. If I were him, I'd be trying to get onto that red next to the black, to the right of the black. Let's see if he plays for that red. Well, this is another good shot to get the pink back on its spot. That gives him a better chance now.
Seven.
Could have done with being a bit closer to this red.
Eight.
Oh, a fraction harder. He'd have had a simple pink to the middle. As it is, it's missable to the baulk corner. Well played. Well played, but didn't quite come far enough for this red next to the black. He doesn't have to take it this time round. He could play the red to the left corner, pink, and back for that red. Nicely on the black. That wasn't quite so good.
$22.
What a big shot. Yeah, well played.
22. Yep.
A couple of very important balls there. He's potted.
Trump had the opportunity after Ford had missed the black off its spot. Missed the brown in trying to get back to the reds at pace. Ford desperate to convert his second frame of the afternoon. Is that going to reach? Oh dear. I think he aged a couple of years while that was heading to the pocket.
Yeah, he wasn't, and we wasn't sure. He was catching that near angle that don't normally drop. Now he just needs to take stock and take care.
35.
Red and a pink.
41.
Will seem safe.
42.
Well, needs to look at the scoreboard. Just make sure of the pink.
And in it goes. He would have when he missed the black off its spot with the red spread.
48.
But this time Trump couldn't take.
This time yet.
Tom Ford, 48.
39 the difference. One snooker to tie with the black. He needs the black. He needs the black from this fluked red, because I don't think he played to pot it. So still in this game, Judd Trump.
8. Judd Trump, 8.
One snooker to tie.
That's the snooker. And it's missable. Got to be aware of the free ball. Nicely hit. There was danger there. And that's a little bonus. Not only has he got the snooker, but he's put the brown safe. So if Trump does get the snooker, that makes the clearance a little bit more difficult. And this yellow. Well, it's not exactly left this. This is a tough shot. Little kiss, and then it goes.
And now it's two snookers to tie.
Tom Ford 2.
But once again, Judd Trump, who these days is a mean match player as well as a pyrotechnic potter, still battling on.
A little rub on the black there, and it would have been a good snooker.
Yep.
And this
Forward
time,
frame.
Judd Trump concedes defeat. Some light relief for Tom Ford, but he still trails 9 frames to 4. Tom Ford has his second frame of the day, but he's still in a world of trouble with 3 more to come in this session. 9-4 behind. But relieved, no doubt, that the missed black off its spot didn't prove expensive on this occasion. Judd Trump breaking off then in frame 6 of the 8 this afternoon. I think just having a quick word with referee Terry Camilleri to remind the audience, particularly in those front rows, to remain still and quiet when the players are on the shot. Oh, terrific.
Yeah, that's what he needs. Great shots. And when you win a frame, you always feel a little bit more confident, but this isn't straightforward. Good pot. And nicely on a red. Now, he missed an easy black last time round.
8.
Missed an easy red time before. Cut out the easy misses.
Nine. Tom Ford 9.
It was awkward queuing, wasn't it? He still fancied him to pot it. He's disappointed.
Second frame in a row, missed black off its spot. He'll be hoping for a similar result
1.
to the previous frame, but Trump back in.
Always takes the opportunity to bring more reds into play if he can.
9. $16. Yep. $70. 24.
Yeah, he played for the red to the left of the pink there, just below the pink, knowing full well that he was on this red to the middle if he didn't get there.
25.
No choice of reds to play for. Left-handed player may well play for the red to the right of the pink. Well, didn't get into the cue ball enough, so not ideal on this red. But he might decide to open the reds up from this red. Yeah, what a shot. What a shot. And he's going to be on.
31.
And that could be the winning shot in this frame. Tremendous amount of screw power to get that cue ball down the table. And he's still got the pink and black available.
Bird's eye view of this wonderful Crucible Theatre. Mid-session interval on the other table, 2 each. Murphy and Maguire.
36.
All of this, of course, the result of another miss black from Tom Ford. There have been 3 of them off their spots in this session. The first one was tricky, a cut back. The other 2 relatively routine. He was slightly hampered on the black he missed in this frame, but you saw his reaction. He missed it by a distance.
43.
Yeah, we mustn't forget, being 9-4 down, those slightly hampered shots are difficult.
Absolutely, it's so difficult to put the match situation out of your head when you've got so much to do against a player who's bang in form, who's had an incredible season, who's oozing confidence. Every shot becomes that much more difficult.
51.
Yeah, I think Judd Trump has played a different game ever since stealing that 5th frame that Tom Ford
52.
could have and should have won. He was walking around the table slowly. He didn't have a bounce in his step, unlike now. And he's had that bounce since frame 5. .43 points, the lead.
$58.
Done with a kiss, and that's
59.
a mistake. 50 points the lead, but 59 still on the table. Wanted to slip past the black there. It did go to the left corner. So he'll probably put the green safe or the pink.
Green.
He was slightly on the stretch with that shot, which perhaps contributed to failing to get position. It's a healthy situation for Trump to be in his bid to move 6 clear again, and within 3 of victory. 59 remaining.
Yeah, it seems a lot, doesn't it? 59 points. But really, at this level, it's one shot, because if he'd have a good chance of clearing. The green not entirely safe.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, just a little pacey. 6 inches slower would have been a snooker. Very difficult to play safe off these type of reds when it's close to the cushion. So easy to catch it too, and so easy to miss the ball.
Trump now 1 red away from clinching this frame.
Well, that cue ball seems to be turning to the left there.
Tom Ford, 4.
Give him 4 points back. Now then, just caught them a little thick, but look at the reds. If Tom Ford could get in, and there's pressure on this red to the left corner.
If Trump pots it, the best Ford could do is tie the frame. Big shot. Brilliant shot. Emphatic from Trump again from long range.
He's just so good at those long shots, isn't he? And Tom's going to be in trouble here.
Brown.
Right in the middle.
So Trump, 1.
So Ford has got to hit a red here, otherwise he's at the snooker's required stage after that brilliant pot from Trump, because there was pressure on it. Well, he's hit one at least, and he's got the cue ball back towards the right end of the table, so that could have been worse.
I'll say. Brought a smile to Ford's face, that one.
Even so, if Trump sinks this, it's surely 10-4. Doesn't look like missing with those mid to long distance pots. Only 43 left now. 3 snookers for Ford.
Brown.
And not taking any chances.
And Tom Ford, well, he can smile about it, but he's in a world of trouble here. Judd Trump now, 10-4 up. Judd Trump has a 77% pot success rate from distance in this match, over 14 frames. That is outstanding, more than 3 out of 4. And it was another clean one that clinched the previous frame. And there was jeopardy attached to it. Had he missed it, there was always the chance of a Ford counter-attack. And the pressure on Trump is obviously very different to the pressure Ford is feeling. The pressure on him is to convert this huge lead and ensure that at the end of this session, his dominance is reflected fully on the scoreboard. For Ford, obviously, he's got to find a way back from a pretty, at the moment, hopeless-looking situation at 10-4 behind. Winning the last 2 frames a must, but at the moment, nothing's really happening for him.
Tough red to the middle for Tom Ford, but missed it on the right angle. If you miss it on the other angle, you leave the red on. Now you can see that the red next to the black will go into the left corner. So good play for it. Good play for the black, that is. Oh, a let off. Now, Tom, what can you do? He's getting plenty of support here. He got in first in the last frame, and he missed that tricky black, hampered over the red.
One.
Well, he's played for the black there, and it was easier to play down for the blue. I don't think that was the right shot to play, playing for the black. He was thinking maximum, and you can't afford to be leaving yourself those type of blacks when you're 10-4 down. The shot surely was to have played down for the blue, come back down for the reds, and an early chance for Trump.
One.
He could have played for the red by the black spot, but he wasn't sure if it would go or not.
8.
So he played down for the red by the middle.
Nine.
Now the red next to the black will definitely go to the right corner. So he could very well play for it this time round.
$14. 15. $22. 23. 30.
Fearing the worst after another miss black.
31.
Yeah, no, putting more reds up, although at this moment in time, just opened a couple. May be able to get to that red near the right side cushion. Well, he was thinking about going into the pack of reds with a lot of topspin right-hand side on the cue ball. But you can afford to play difficult shots when you're 10-4 up. There you go. Oh, never touched them.
$38.
But finished pretty good on this red.
$39.
Now, a difficult shot coming up. Stunned to the cushion with left-hand side. They're obviously enjoying it. Look at the side.
Stop moving, please.
Oh, got so close.
44.
Knew the moment he hit it, it was there, the shot of a super confident Judd Trump.
He just doesn't know when to miss, does he?
How about this for an effort?
50.
And they're geeing him on, aren't they? And why shouldn't they? So much power. And a great effort. But he's going to have to play one of those, what do they call it, Phil?
A safety?
A safety shot, that's it.
It's outlawed in this match, surely.
Thought he was contemplating cutting it in then.
Judd Trump, 50.
Another half century from Trump, 49 in front. Still plenty of reds there for Ford if he does get a chance. But Trump keeping the pressure on.
Well, he just might take this one on, you know. Heart in the mouth time there. Thought he hadn't hit it hard enough. And he... So Trump in again.
1.
With a 50-point lead.
His pot success a full 10 percentage points better than Ford at 92 to 82. If anything, it feels higher than that. He's missed very little of consequence.
4.
Oh, just about got the angle on the pink to give those reds a nudge. Needs another red. Now, is he on this red? It's 11-1 if he is.
10.
That would be harsh.
Sorry, 11-4. Can you see it? Difficult to tell from there. Yep, just the red needed. And now formality. It's going to be 11-4.
Tom Ford looking to snooker Trump behind the blue. To no avail.
18.
Trump now looking a certainty to win this match at some point, but of course, looking at the bigger picture for him, given how arduous the World Championship can be with the long sessions, he would love to get this done
25.
with the minimum of fuss in the final session. He can put himself within one frame of clinching victory when they come back
26.
tomorrow morning, which could stand him in good stead for the rest of the event, barring something extraordinary from Tom Ford to turn this around.
Have you ever seen shots like these? That is incredible. Slamming the pink into that middle pocket, screwing the cue ball back across the table. Just loves to entertain. I'll tell you what, we love to watch him. Well, pop one from
39.
Hey! Swerving round the green to pot the red. Even brings a smile from Tom Ford.
Seeing is believing. There is nothing safe when Judd Trump is at the table. There's nothing he can't do with the cue ball.
45.
Look at this. Oh, well, I'll say it again. Pot one from there.
Sensational snooker from Judd Trump. He's turning on the style, and Tom Ford is in a world of pain. A couple more miracle 16. Shots from Judd Trump's repertoire at the back end of the already clinched 15th frame. 11-4 up. Currently winning this session 5-2. We have, of course, seen 11-5 deficits overturned before at the Crucible, most notably when Neil Robertson did it to Martin Gould the year he won the title. Sean Murphy did it against Matthew Stevens in a best of 25.
Yeah, I remember number 2 in the world, Tony Knowles, was 11-5 down to Eddie Charlton. And Eddie Charlton came back and won. It can happen, but you've got to turn on the style. He's striking the ball so well.
1.
And would surely have been on the black without the kiss on the pink. Just slightly hampered by the red for the blue. So I'm playing the safety.
Judd Trump, 1.
for all the flair that Trump has shown, it's been when the frame has already been won. His match play throughout this match, and indeed against Fafai in the first round, has been absolutely spot on. He's kept the pressure on. He's played for snookers when Ford has got himself in a winning position. But when the opportunity is there to attack and to entertain, he'll take it.
You just can't miss, can he? I mean, he played that shot with a lot of right-hand side on the cue ball here to avoid the reds. Still caught them. But what a pot with all that side on the cue ball. Amazing.
Definitely shades of what he produced to beat Higgins to win this title 5 years ago.
Black will go, but where does the next red come from? There goes the black.
Eight.
Well, even Trump can't pot one from there, so just the safety.
Judd Trump, 8.
Good safety that from Tom Ford. Had to swing the cue ball past the red on the black cushion. Yeah, caught them too thick. Now, is there a chance here for Tom? Can he see that easy red to the right corner? Because the red to the middle is tricky. This is such a tough red to the middle when you're cold, being outplayed, you daren't miss. And that's what that man does to you. When he's playing well, you just daren't go for a shot in case you miss it. And that's why he hasn't played this red to the middle. This red to the corner, I'm not sure if he can hold for the black.
One.
Now is the pink on to the corner. Another real tough shot, though, when you're 11-4 down. Yeah, well played. Well played, and getting so much support here at the Crucible.
Yeah, cries have come on, Tom, and that was a really good pot in the circumstances. Ford must be feeling a little demoralised, but he got to somehow summon the blood for one last effort here.
8.
Well, it was a good open in red, wasn't it? Because it wasn't a gimme, that red. And he got that cue ball perfectly onto the pink. And this is a good chance to build a lead.
14.
Just concentrate on each ball.
15.
Well, he could have done with being closer to this red.
22.
Nice pot.
$29. $30.
Slow down. Just a little heavy. Oh. Well, it's okay. That's not what he played. He holds his hands up, but it's turned out okay. Again, could have done with being a little bit closer to the black. That was tight, but potted it comfortably.
Whatever happens for the remainder of
40.
this match, Tom Ford will be able to reflect on a very positive season. His best to date, a major final in China, 3 other
45.
quarter-finals, top 10 on the one-year list, into the top 16 for the first time, winner at the Crucible for the first time. He was obviously hoping for a very
52.
different state of play than the one he finds him in right now.
53.
But if he can finish this session on a high, the goal from here has got to be to make Judd Trump earn this victory. At the moment, that looks overwhelmingly the likely result, but make him earn it.
$60. Yeah. 61.
Yeah, so just this pink because the red's over the pocket. And that will do nicely. What a break. Just at the right time.
67.
Gives them a little bit of a life. Not much, but a little.
60.
And he's only lost this session 5-3, which doesn't sound too bad at all. The problem is it came off the back of a 6-2 reverse in the first session, and that's why he's going to have an enormous
7-4.
job on his hands when they come back tomorrow. But at least he'll take something positive
75.
from the end of this session. It's been very entertaining. Some of Judd Trump's snooker has been outstanding.
83.
But Tom Ford reminding us of why he's had such a positive campaign. Can he finish with a century? No century, but he's won the frame. That's the most important thing. Judd Trump has taken a stranglehold on this second round match. Some of his snooker has taken the breath away this afternoon, and he stands just 2 frames away from his 10th World Championship quarter-final appearance. He takes an overnight lead of 11-5, 2 frames away from the last 8.